Friends, so today we'll do normal growth and development whilst playing chess. So this is presented by Dr. Khalid Sadiq, who is a professor of pediatrics. So thanks to him for providing the PPT online on SlideShare. Okay, so what is growth? So basically in pediatrics, growth is increasing in size. Development is increasing the function of the body and the mind of a child. Okay, so there are several stages of growth. There is infancy, there is middle child, there is early childhood, there is middle childhood, and there is late childhood. So infancy is again divided into two parts: neonatal, which is from birth to 1 month; infancy, which is from 1 month to 1 year. Early childhood is again divided into toddler and preschooler. Preschooler from 1 to 3 years, and toddler from 1 to 3 years, and preschooler from 3 to 6 years. Middle childhood 6 to 12, and adolescence is from 13 to 18 years. So, what are the different types of parameters? There is weight, there's height, there's head segment, or WHHC. There are growth pattern charts. These are basically the charts. This is like if you put one age, this much is normal, this much is above two standards deviation, this much is 4 standard deviation, like that it's there. So yeah, you basically put the weight of the person, you basically put the age of the person, and you see where in the graph it is. So this is above 50 percentile, the point right over here. So it's pretty much normal. So the weight is approximately 3.4 kg. Body's weight may increase 10% following the first week of starting it. Infancy regain or exceed birth weight by 2 weeks of age, and the growth is around 30 grams during the first month. So 3.4 kg it will start. It may decrease up to 10%, and it will grow at 30 grams per day during the first month. And this is the fastest postnatal growth. Okay, after postnatal meaning after the comes out, then it is 20 gram per day. By 4 months, the body birth weight is doubled. By 1 month, the birth weight is tripled, and birth weight is quadrupled by 2.5 years of age. Okay, so this is the formula: age in years times 2 plus 8 for the small children. Less than 1 year. Okay, sorry. This is the formula to calculate weight after the age of 1 year. Next we have the height. Height is 50 centimeters average. By the first year it is increased by 50%, so it is 75 centimeters. Second year it is 1.5 times the ultimate adult age, which is half times the ultimate adult age. So by 4 years the baby length is again doubled, and growth accelerates above pre-pubertal rate of 6 to 7 centimeter per year. Okay, so head circumference. This is the term that is around 35 centimeters in average. By the first year it has increased by 12 centimeters. So, and the brain growth will continue, and it results in increase in head circumference of over 2 centimeter over the second year. So it starts with 35 centimeter, grows by 12 centimeters, then 2 centimeters, and it is 90% of adult head circumference is reached by 2 years. After 2 years the head won't grow much. It will grow by around 5 centimeters. So yeah, okay, so BMI is in children for more than 2 years. It's usually like calculated for more than 2 years, but usually this is how much BMI is there. And yeah, this is all the growth parameters. Where development milestone is divided into 4 parts: gross, fine, mediate, social, and language. So gross motor in prone position, head may be lifted for an instant and it will come down, plop, plop. By second month he can be raised from like 40 to 5 degrees. By third month he can raise all the way 90 degrees. By 5 months he can put weight on the elbows, and by 6 months it is one of the arm can be extended. That's it. And putting to sitting position. So initially the newborn can be put to sit with a head lag of 45 degrees. It can bend 45 degrees, and the child can sit. By 3 to 5 minutes there should be no head lag. The baby should not bend its head back. Newborn, actually ventral suspension can be seen. The back will be arched, but in 6 weeks the head will be held in a line. There's no arching of the back. By 3 months, this is in 6 months, which is 1.5 months. 3 months, it can be like completely Superman. It can hold the everything held head above the plane of the body. Rolling over is seen in 4 to 5 months, 5 to 6 months. Okay. from back to front and front to back. So it's easier to go from front to back than from back to front. Okay, sitting. Newborns are unable to sit and the back will be arched until 5 to 6 months. 5 to 6 months it can sit with support. Okay, so 7 to 8 months it can sit in tripod with arms extended anteriorly between both legs. Yeah, that is tripod. Crawling is started by 9 to 10 months, and by 6 months most of the weight bearing is possible. Almost complete weight bearing is possible in the legs. And by 12 months he can walk. 15 months he can walk alone, and by 2 years he can run. Again, this is half of the height that the child will be having. Almost all the 90% of the head circumference. Yeah, okay. Then by 3 years he can ride a tricycle. So teach your 3-year-old how to ride a cycle. Tricycle. Vision and fine motors is the next. Vision is he can see around 45 degrees of angle. By 1 month he can see around 90 degrees of angle, and by 3 months he can see full range of movements. Fine motor skills. From birth to 1 month, hands are closed. 2 to 3 months, hands are held open. He cannot move the hands before 1 month. From 2 to 3 months, he can now open the hand. 4 months, hands can meet in the midline. He can clap, maybe. By 5 months, intentionally voluntary grab of objects. Usually it's involuntary before 5 months. If you hold a baby's hand, it's very hard to let go. It's really hard to let go. It holds on as if its life is dependent on it. It's one of the reflexes. Okay, so 6 months he can look at hand and he transfers from one hand to another. By 12 months he can put hand in the mouth, casting objects to the ground. He can throw it in the ground. By 18 months he can turn 2 to 3 pages at a time, and by 2 years he can turn pages single. So next we have catching and drawing. He can catch in 3 years he can catch with extended arms, and he can draw circle. By 4 years he can draw head, trunk, and he can draw a man. Okay, basically. And by 5 years he can draw triangles. Before 5 minutes it's a little bit hard for them to draw triangles. Then social behavior. So by 6 weeks he can smile. 1.5 months he'll smile. 2 months he'll coo. 6 months he'll look at his mirror image and he responds. By 10 months he waves bye bye, and by 12 months he can play a simple ball game. You can throw him a ball, he'll throw it back. Makes postural adjustment to dressing. By 15 months he points, he hugs parents, and 18 months he can feed himself and seeks help when he is in trouble. By 2 years he handles the spoon very well. He helps to undress. By 3 years he helps in dressing. Then by 4 years he goes to toilet alone, and by 5 years he dresses and undresses. Like helps to undressing and helps to dress means that he can wear and remove dress. So he can remove in 2 years and he has to wear. He needs help. He needs help to remove in 2 years, and he needs help in wearing in 3 years. So language. Basically in 2 months he can listen to voices and he goes. By 3 months he can say nah, and by 4 months he can laugh out loud. 10 months he can make mama, dada, repetitive consonant sounds. 12 months he says a few more words, and by 15 months he can speak rubbish. By 18 months he can make 10 words average. By 30 months, which is almost 2.5 years, it is exactly 2.5 years, he can pronounce I, the letter I, and he knows his full name and he can refer to himself. By 3 years he knows age and sex, counts to 3 objects correctly, and repeats 3 numbers or a sentence of 6 syllables. 4 years he tells a story. 5 years he names 4 colors, repeats the sentence of 10 syllables, and counts 10 pennies correctly. Okay, that's all we have. Hope you enjoyed the matches I played, and hope you understood something from pediatrics. I hope I was funny. Thank you. Honestly, I still have this match going on, and I actually won this match, so I just wanted to give some post-match commentary. I didn't really play much in this, but my god, my opponent was so damn tough. Like, had we played for some more time, he would have won. He would have won very easily, actually. He had very good fort, but I don't understand why he fought that pawn over there. Whereas in reality, he should have just taken the one next to the king, because then you had more chances of this thing. So basically here, if he hadn't played this one, he could have just actually very easily checkmated me, actually, to be honest. I didn't have a lot of them going, but here you see that he makes a move with his queen. It's a check. I didn't see that at all. So had he thought about delaying that and not made that move possible, I could not have protected with my queen that check. And all he had to do was go all the way to e3, and he would be very easily win Garuk, and he would checkmated me. Yeah, so Akaukanji, the person from Classroom of Elite, damn smart guy. Very good.